Hello again, everyone. Today I'm here with a collection video, a collection of traveler's notebooks. These are all Chic Sparrow notebooks, and they are all the hand-tooled leather notebooks. I figured this was a good way to start with collections for my Chic Sparrows because I do have so many of them, and this is probably the smallest collection of any particular type that I have from them. So, like I said, these are all hand-tooled. They are laid out in the order in which I received them. This is the first hand-tooled notebook that I received. This is an A5, and I think it was just called the Octopus design, and it is a classic. It is not, it doesn't have stitching or pockets or anything. This is the Fox notebook that came out around the fall or winter, I think, and this one is a deluxe. And I will show you the inside here shortly. And then this one is the most recent one I purchased, which is the hand-tooled, I want to say custom, but it's not necessarily custom. They do tool the specific letter that you're asking for, and you can choose specific stains for the notebook. So this one is the Saddle Tan stain. And you have a choice between a variety of different stains. There's even a black stain, although the black stain doesn't make the notebook look black, it just darkens up the leather. So there are examples of most, if not all, of the leathers at the Chic Sparrow website. I will link directly to the hand-tooled page on their website, and I will also link to the unboxing of this hand-tooled Monogrammed notebook, where I talk about this, and I also set it up with the things that I'm going to show you a little bit today. So I wanted to show you each of these notebooks and how I'm using them, but I'm going to start again with the most recent one and then I'll go back. So this one, as you'll see in the video I linked below, I'm using as my everyday carry for my planner, which is a Jabun Techo, and my bullet journal, which I keep in here. And so my setup is almost always the same. I expect to keep this setup for the rest of the calendar year. At that point, I might kind of reassess and see whether I want to change it out or if this is still working well. So far it's working well. The only glitch is I don't have a lot to plan. Basically, I'm blocking out a lot of days saying telework, telework, telework for my job, and then a lot of my other appointments have been canceled, although some of that is picking up again, for better or for worse. So this setup is generally the same. I will also link below to my video where I go through this everyday carry setup in great detail, so I'm not going to go through everything that's in here. I just wanted to show you that I'm still using it for that purpose, and I'm still liking it. And it seems like this leather has already patinaed a little bit and gotten a little bit darker just since I got it not too long ago. So I expect this to kind of develop a richer color over time because it is a veggie tan leather. So this one is also a B6 Slim. I will show both of these in the frame so you can kind of see the comparison. This came as is. I don't know what the specific leather stain is because it was just offered in this one color. There is a little bit of metallic gold sheen on the rabbit, or sorry, not rabbit, fox. I have rabbits on the brain. On the fox here. You can see it a little bit as I tilt it, but that's probably the best angle there, but it's kind of hard to get in the frame. But this one was just so beautiful, and it was the first one I had seen that they offered as a deluxe. So I am going to show you the difference in the two deluxes and the inside pockets and everything, because when I got this, I commented that the inside pockets were stained, which I wasn't used to seeing. So the inside leather is stained the same as the outside leather. And with this one, the inside leather, and you can see how much patina there is around the notebook that I've had in here. You can see that this is sort of a natural color leather. And I think that if you order the natural color or nude color for your Monogram notebook, that this is the color you will get, because that is essentially undyed, I believe. So both the front and back is undyed, and you can really see around, because it's kind of been this way for a little while in this setup, that it is definitely patinaing and getting darker where it hasn't been covered up by items. So this notebook I am using as my Kindle notebook. So I have my Amazon Kindle here, just on a string. It's on a, I just have a Amazon carrying case for the Kindle. This is a Kindle Paperwhite, not the most recent version, but the version before that, whatever that is. So I have it on one of the middle strings, and then, you know, whenever I want to read, I will just hold this up like this. So, and then I have a notebook in here to take notes while I'm reading, and a pen for that very same purpose. This is a Tombow AirPress pen, I believe it's called. It's sort of a mini pen, but it works really well for this because I'm not generally taking too many notes. I just have this here in case there's something I want to jot down, and this pen generally always writes. Sorry, I'm always getting text when I decide to do a video. I don't know why that is. But I've had this set up for the Kindle for quite some time. As you can see, it's a little bit big top to bottom for the Kindle and the case, but it works really well, and it's nice to kind of have it here all in one place. I have heard many people saying that they had put their Kindle in an A6 or an A6 folio, and I have tried, at least in this case, it is not possible. Sorry, I really apologize for all these texts. Seriously, literally, I always sit down to do a video and I get a ton of texts. That just, it's Murphy's Law, I suppose. But anyway, as I was saying, some people have said that they've put their Kindle in an A6, and I just have not been able to get it to fit, at least not in this particular case. If I took it out, maybe, I don't know, because this is just a little bit big. It fits perfectly side to side, but it is a little bit, the notebook's a little bit big on top and bottom for that Kindle. But I've had it in here for quite a while. It sits on a little table where I do most of my reading, and it's ready for me whenever I want to read. So it's quite nice. But as you, I was going to show you side by side the two different pockets. So here is the dyed pockets, and this is the undyed pockets. They came in the old deluxe. Okay. So now I'm going to show you how I am keeping things in this A5 Octopus notebook. So when I got this, and again, I don't know what the leather stain color is because this was the only option available. They've only just recently allowed you to choose the color that you want. But you can kind of see the differences. I think that this might be the same stain, just a different amount of application of the stain. But because it looks very similar, and I would assume that this is probably the same stain. For this one, I don't know, because it has a little bit of a reddish tone, and I think, well, no, the leather itself looks the same, but this particular patina or stain is a little bit more reddish than these two. So I don't know which one that is. You might be able to compare it on their website. So I love this design. I love the octopus design. When I first got this, I was a little, I don't know what the word is. I was lamenting that I had not gotten the extra add-on of stitching around, because it does kind of pull up at the corners and it's a little bit floppy. This leather is, without some sort of structure to it. But I didn't get a pen loop. I didn't get the stitching. I just got it as is. And in retrospect, I would probably go back and add both stitching and a pen loop, just because I'm always using a pen with every notebook, and I would like the extra structure that the stitching would give me on this one. So I'm going to move these out of the way a little bit, and then I will show you what I have in here. Oh, and I'll show you the back too. So I've had this sitting around in between other notebooks on my desk. I don't know, I think that probably all of these marks were there before. You can see on the spine, which is more exposed, it's a little bit darker. It's probably hard to tell in this light, but You can tell a little bit that it's darker on the spine where it's been exposed, and then the rest of the notebook, where it's been between other notebooks, is not as dark. And I'm fine with that. I'm fine with the uneven patina on there because I don't like having my notebooks that I'm using stored away, just because I like to have them where I can see them. Otherwise, I might not use them. So, like I said, this is an A5, so I have a Nisa-made wallet insert in here where I have some, what do I have in here? I just have some little prompts. And then I have this really, I didn't even realize I have this in here. I have this really weird pen. So you can attach this. It has a magnet on either side, and it'll attach to any notebook, and then you can take it off and you essentially write with this teeny tiny pen. It's not very convenient. I got it because I thought it was kind of a cute gimmick, but now that I have it, I'm like, I don't know if I'll ever use that, just because it's very uncomfortable to write with. And then I have some little bits and bobs, double-sided tape, some flags. I actually have a buttered rum pen loop that I was thinking of at some point putting in here because it probably matches closer than any other leather. That's why I originally got this pen loop. But I haven't yet because I don't really want to attach it to the leather, and I haven't had a setup that's been consistent in here for any length of time where I felt like I could put the pen loop in whatever books I have in here. And then when I added this wallet insert, it came with this little pen loop, which I was super stoked about because I needed a pen loop in here. So I don't know if I'll end up using this in here or somewhere else. It's obviously been in its packaging the whole time since I got it. This Nisa-made wallet, I will put a link to her Etsy shop below, but this one I bought off of a buy-sell trade group, and clearly it had been a custom order to add the pen loop because they don't normally come with the pen loops. But now that I know that that's an option, I might actually ask her for that the next time I put it in order. And in the back here, I just have an extra notebook for notes and things. Yeah, that's it. That's from Prism of Starlings. I'll put a link to her shop down below. I've mentioned her art and notebooks on the channel before. And then I have this in here as the main item. It's a little bit tall, but it seems to be, it seems to fit well enough in the notebook or in the TN. So this is a Breathe List journal book. It talks about creative ways to organize your life, and then it has, I've only done a little bit of it, but it asks you questions like my favorite poets and poems, and then you write down your #1 poem in here, people or artists who have inspired me, museums I like to visit. So this is, and that's a birthday card or something from someone. So I really kind of like the prompts because it makes me think about things that might be helpful to me. Like this one, things I wish someone had told me earlier. There's a lot of those actually. The best advice I've ever been given. But it's all in sort of a positive tone, and it's nice to think about those things. So I've started that a little bit, and I've done a few pages in here, but I won't show you those obviously. But that's that. So that's the A5. The Octopus is no longer available as far as I know, and neither is the Fox. All of these hand-tooled notebooks are essentially limited edition. I don't know if that's true of the monogrammed ones, whether they'll continue to carry them for the long term, but generally the designs that they post on the hand-tooled page on their website, they are generally not repeated. I've seen a few where they'll come back and repeat again, but generally it's a one-time deal. So if you see one on the website that you like and you can afford it at that given time, I would say go ahead and get it because it probably is not a permanent edition that will be available for forever, basically. All right, well, I'm going to have to go faster with future collection videos because this was just 3 notebooks and I'm almost at 15 minutes. So I think in future I might just go through notebooks a little bit faster. But I also wanted to show you the setup on these, so that takes a little bit longer too. But I hope this was helpful to you, and I will eventually do more collection videos. It might take me a little bit of time. because again, I have a lot of videos in my queue, so we'll see how long that takes, but I do plan to do more on the channel, so stay tuned. That's why you need to like and or subscribe. Subscribing is recommended because then you'll know when I come out with new videos. All right, thanks so much. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.